Good morning. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Thank you for tuning in today. First of all, I'm going to take this silly hat off. I just wanted to touch base with everybody since we didn't have our meeting Sunday. I just want to touch base with everybody, and so you can see my face, and hopefully we'll get to talk soon over the phone. I just want to find some way over the next several days to find a way to connect, to at least share some time together. I thought it would be a good opportunity every day to sort of do like a small morning devotional. And I would really like to read to you the book called The Biggest Story. This is a book by Kevin DeYoung, and it's got beautiful artwork in it. In this book, The Biggest Story, Kevin DeYoung goes through from the beginning of the Bible story all the way through the end. And it really has a nice way of showing how the whole Bible is a complete picture. In fact, the subtitle for this story is How the Snake Crusher Brings Us Back to the Garden. And so it's a very beautiful story that my kids love, and I would just like to share this time with you every morning. Feel free to let your kids and grandkids watch and just spend some time doing a devotional. And so I'll show you the pictures, and we will read our chapter for this morning. And here is the beginning of chapter 1. Once upon a time, there lived a man and a woman. They were the happiest people on the planet. True, they were the only people on the planet, but they were still terrifically happy. Their names were Adam and Eve, and God made them. He made them in His image, little mirrors to reflect God's glory. And like everything else God made, He made them good. It was a wonderful time to be God's children in God's wonderful world. Unfortunately, things didn't stay happy and wonderful for long. On one very bad day, Adam ate from the only tree God had declared off limits. Adam failed. It was a terrible day, the second worst day in the history of the world. A snake had tricked Adam and Eve and told them a lie about the fruit. He said they would be like God if they ate it. But actually, the opposite was true. When they ate the fruit, they found themselves far away from God. They had disobeyed God's word and believed the lie of that devilish snake instead of the truth. Being near to God and having Him draw near to us would not be easy any longer. God was not happy with Adam and Eve. He wasn't happy with the snake either. God put a curse on the man and the woman and the snake and everything else. He kicked Adam and Eve out of the garden paradise He had made for them. It wasn't possible for a people who were so bad to live with a God who is so good. They had to go. But before they left, God made a promise. He promised that the evil serpent, the devil, would always be at war with Eve and her children. Now that doesn't sound like a very nice promise, that bad guys and good guys would fight all the time. Who wants to be in a war that never ends? But here's where the good part of the promise comes in. God promised that one of Eve's children would someday, eventually, sooner or later, crush the head of that nasty snake. Nobody knew when or how, but she would have a child to put things right. That's the end of chapter 1. That's the early part of the story of Genesis. So please tune in tomorrow, log on, so that we can hopefully see if the story gets any better. I hope that you have a great day, and my prayer is for God's greatest blessings on you. I hope that you can find belonging where you are. Just remember that we love you immensely. We treat you and feel like you as our family, and we cannot wait for the day we can see you once again. Goodbye.